A very good afternoon to you all, dears. So I'm a bit late in giving you the class. Anyway, I'm starting with the class. That is, we are already with the paper English grammar and usage, and I have already mentioned that we are doing with the module 1 and 4 combined, and we have started verbs, and already we have finished main verbs. The categories under main verbs. Verbs are divided into main verbs and auxiliary verbs, and so we have discussed a few points about main verbs and also some of the categories of the main verbs. The categories which we discussed about the main verbs are the transitive verbs and intransitive verbs, dynamic verbs and stative verbs. Okay, and right now we are moving to the next category, that is regular verbs and irregular verbs. What do you mean by irregular and regular verbs? Now look here, verbs have three forms. Verbs have three forms: the base form, the past tense form, and the past participle form. You know what? Which are the base? What do you mean by base form? Work is the base form, right? And worked is the past form, and again worked is the past participle form. So these are the three forms of verbs. So the base form, the past tense form, and past participle form are the forms of verbs. And right now, a verb which form its past form or past participle form by adding ed. Please concentrate on this point. A verb which form its past form by adding ed or d or t, or again a past participle adding past participle forming a past participle form of the verb by adding ed or d or t to the present form is known as a regular or weak verb. So what do you mean by the regular verb? A regular verb is having the past form or the past participle form of the base form by adding ed or d to the present form. Okay, so work is the present form, and we added ed, worked, to the base form. That means work, the word work, we added ed, and again we added ed to the work to form the past participle form. So this is known as regular or weak verb. Are you clear? For regular verbs, the past tense ending and the past participle ending always the same. So look here, the regular verb and the past tense ending and the past participle ending will be the same. Okay, so look here, work is the base form, and we added ed to the work, the word work, and then in the past tense, and again in the past participle form we added ed at the end of the word, right? So it is same ending we have in the past tense and as well as in the past participle ending, right? Are you clear? So you have to remember about the regular verbs and irregular verbs. Okay. Now coming to the for irregular verbs, the past tense ending and the past participle ending are variable. Considering irregular verbs, the past tense ending will be the different. Past tense ending and the past participle ending will be different. We will come to that point through the examples. Okay, I will give you a few examples. I have given you a few examples here. Now just look here. List of a few regular verbs. Present tense. In the present tense you see here study, right? And in the past tense you see studied. Again you can see here past participle form studied, right? Now look here, send. So what could you infer from this? What could you understand from this? Sent and send. Clear? Here the word send and send are the same words, right? Ending with the same t, right? And here in the work also you can see work, worked, clean, cleaned, cleaned, turn, turned, cook, cooked, right? These are the few examples I've given here. You have a lot of examples. You can examine through the your worksheet, your book, or as well as you can go through the sites. Then you can understand a lot of. You will get a lot of examples from that. Now look here. some of this some of irregular verbs are given here. Now look here. Present, past, past participle. So I have given do, did, done. Is it same? Is it same? No. Do is a base form, and you can see here the past form of the do is did, and the past participle form of did is done, right? So it does not have the same ending pattern. So it is different. It is totally different from the word did. The done is entirely different from that of the past tense form, right? So these type of words are known as irregular verbs. These type of verbs are known as irregular verbs. So you have to be careful while attending the exam or while attending the exercises. So you have to take care about what will come after this. So you have a list of all these words. Okay, so these type of verbs, you should know about all these types, because it is a different thing from the past tense form made by ed or d or t, adding t or d, right? So do, did, done, eat, ate, eaten. So you can see here the past tense of eat is ate, and past participle form is not ate, it is eaten, right? So it is different. Now look here, drink. Now look here in the word drink also, you can see here in the past tense it is not a drink or it's something else, right? It's drank, and it's not the same as past participle form, right? It is a different thing. It is a vowel sound is different here. So you can see here drunk, drank, drunk, and cut, cut, cut. This is also same. You can see here this is same, but it is a neutral one. Okay, this is now called as a neutral one. Cut, cut, cut. It is same. It is only same. It is both are in the present tense, and there are a lot of words like this. Okay, at least a few list of words are there like this. Cut, cut, cut. Put, put, put. It is not put, puttan, puttan, right? It is cut, cut, cut. In that movie, you can see Achu and Amma. Urvashi is talking about cut, 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 cut. Vegetables cut, 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 cut. Kadwara, kadwara, kadwara. Right? So you have to learn about that. Even in that movie, you can get the sense of learning English, right? You can see that the people are trying to learn English. So she felt that her English is not as good as others. So she felt that it is much more important to give importance to. It is much more importance to give the vocabulary, or to increase the vocabulary section, right? So you have to try yourself. You should not have any delicacy to speak in front of any other people, right? So cut, cut, cut. Write, wrote, written. Sing, sang, sung. So what do you feel? What can you understand from this? Write, wrote, written is it same? No, it's different, right? Sing, sang, sung. It's also different. You can see here sing is present tense, and the word sang is in the past tense, and you can see past participle is sung. So you can see a different. That is what we talked about here. Just look here. For considering irregular verbs, the past tense ending and the past participle ending are variable. It is a variable thing. Clear? Now be, was, been. So be form. I have already told you that the forms of be, was, been, is, are, etc. the forms, right? Here, if the past tense form of be is was, right? And then been, past participle form is been, she has been, he has been, etc. Right? Throw, threw, thrown. Okay, it is not throw in the past tense. Many students used to attempt like this itself, because they do not understand about the difference between past tense and present tense or past participle. So now, from now onwards, you have to be careful about these things. That means you have to be careful about what word is it, whether it is in the form of a past participle, or whether it is a past tense, or whether it is a present tense. So you have to, it is your duty to understand Yeah, there is a lot of sentences from your textbook you can get. You have a lot of sources to read, right? So just try to read any book, any type of book, and just try to look onto the sentence pattern. So now you can understand what is a noun, what is an auxiliary, or what is a verb. So you have to be careful while reading whether it is. If you read only, you can get more thorough with the grammatical structure. So if you are not able to read or not able to understand, then it's your fault. It's not anyone else's fault. Okay, we teachers are maximum trying to make you understand the subject through the classes we are giving, right? But it is your duty to read. So read it maximum. Read the sources which you have. Read the books which you have. Not only the books which you have. If you don't have any book, you try to read the source. I mean, you can read from the sources of internet, right? So you try to read. So then only you can easily understand the grammatical variations. If you want to understand the grammatical variations, it is a must to read. Okay, so then only you can understand how where we should place that word. Okay, so you should know because I know while correcting the papers, I have understood that it is something which is beyond your reach. Okay, you think that it is beyond your reach. It is not so. You can reach up to the present, because it is through many sources you can understand the language. So please try again and again. I am asking you to read it properly, then only, or do maximum exercises to understand our English grammar and usage paper. Okay, try to attempt as many as possible. So then only it is not only helping you to score better marks, but it can make your vocabulary enriched. Okay, you can enrich your vocabulary, and as well as you can understand the language also, or you can try, you will be thorough with that language also, the usage of that language also. So please know about what all things you read. Please try to identify whether it's a noun, whether it's a verb, whether it's an auxiliary, or whether it's what we talked about, a transitive verb. So you have to understand what is a transitive verb. While we speak, we are not thinking about this is a transitive verb, or this is not coming under this category, etc. We are not examining while we speak. But if you try to read all these things through your sources given, then only you can understand and speak accordingly, and you can use all these things in your daily life. These are the words we use, right? We are using all these words: drink, eat, write, sing, and you are using in a daily verb. Even in Malayalam language also, you are using the same thing. You are using the word vellam kudichu. That means it is a past tense, right? And I want to drink. I want to drink. It will be enough. You are in need of water or milk, whatever it is. She wrote an examination. So, and she had written an examination. So what is the difference between you have to understand? So that's why I've given you the examples here. So now moving to auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verb. What do you mean by an auxiliary verb? An auxiliary verb is a helping verb. It is used to make form of another verb. Okay, an auxiliary verb, simply saying that an auxiliary verb is a helping verb, right? So for the convenience, they are grouped into two classes. So which are the two classes? Look here: primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. We will be talking in detail about all these auxiliaries in detail itself. So first of all, I am just explaining what do you mean by primary auxiliary. The main auxiliary, primary means main. Main auxiliaries are the forms of be, have and do. Which are the forms of be and have and do? I've already told is, was, been, etc. Have, has, had, do, does, did, etc. are the primary auxiliaries. Okay, these are the forms of be and have and do. Okay, are primary auxiliaries. And now moving to the modal auxiliaries, which are they? Can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, ought, used, need, dare, etc. These are also called anomalous or special verbs. They are anomalous. Okay. I will be coming to that in detail because we have a lot to speak about all these auxiliary verbs and even whether it is a primary auxiliary or as well as modal auxiliary. We have a lot to speak about it. So I will be coming with these in the next class. So first of all, you have to remember about verbs. What are the different types of verbs? Main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Again, main verbs are divided into three, that are transitive verbs, and intransitive verb is one category, and another category is dynamic and stative verbs. The next category is what we talked about, regular verbs and irregular verbs, right? And now we are moving to auxiliary verbs. Before that, I have already I want to talk about another form, and that I will come with in the next class, that is the term concord, and that I will explain in the next class. Okay, so first you have to read this, and if any doubts regarding our class, you can get back to me as early as possible. Okay, please try to understand all these things. Okay, so I'm stopping here. If any doubt, you can come to me. Okay, bye.